super exciting day. I just left the UPS store with this. This is my brand new DJI Mavic Mini drone. I'm super excited. I can't even wait to get home and open it right now in the car. Woo, buddy. What's that? There she is. Mavic Mini. And I cannot wait to open it and check out what's in the box. I'm gonna do that at home though, so the car doesn't get messy. All right, so I've been sitting on this thing, opened it up the other day in the car, and I haven't done anything with it yet, but mainly because I've been in the process of organizing this mayhem of a garage. We moved into this house and it came with like all this stuff over here. I'm trying to figure out what to do with it, sell it, trash it, get rid of it. And then I brought in my stuff and I'm trying to make sense of it and organize it. I built a rack for my surfboard. So that's cool. But in the meantime, while I'm in the middle of this project, I just decided to take a break and finally unbox this DJI Mavic Mini drone and test it out and see what it's capable of. So here's the box itself. Now this package that I ordered, I didn't get the Fly More package for $100 extra or whatever it is. I got sort of a package that was like $20 extra. So it comes with the drone, a 64 gig SD card, so that's cool. This little SD to USB thing, home, fly to home, landing pad, and then it comes with this. I have no earthly idea what it is. Oh yeah. These are the range extenders for the antenna. Cool, that's cool. Lens cleaning kit, pretty basic little thing to wash it off, and then spray. I don't know. I'm not gonna use that till my lens is dirty. Open up this little fly to home thing. So we got some stickers, stakes. Hold it down, and here it is. Holy smokes. All right, there you go. So one side of it's blue, the other side of it's orange. Bigger than I thought. I'm also not sure. Okay, now for the moment you've all been waiting for, the Mavic itself. So here's the box. Inside the box, we've got the controller, control sticks. Okay, then you have the drone itself, and man, this thing, whew, tiny. It's definitely called the Mini for a reason. Yeah, this is awesome. It's got all these little protective stickers on it, so I'm gonna work on getting those off real quick. Charge to activate the battery before first time use. Well, shoot, I guess we won't be flying it today. The back, you got a slot for the SD card and charging cable. Cool. Instruction manual, I'll read that, I guess. What I wanted to do with this video as I review this drone, I wanted to do it from sort of a perspective of someone who's never used like really nice, more expensive drones. This is the first actual, like what I would call like a real drone that I've ever had. I had one from Kohl's before that my son got stuck in a tree, and then I got this thing right here. I got the Bugs 3 drone, and what this does is it holds a GoPro. The problem with this is that you can't actually see where you're going, other than just by like physically looking at this thing in the air. It hasn't really worked out. I thought I would use this to make some like epic vlog content, but yeah, it hasn't worked out. I've just kind of flown it for fun more around the yard. It's really fast too, like there's no slow mode on this thing. It's just like non-stop, crazy fast, which I didn't really want. Those are like $60. So this is really my first like real person drone. Just to give you a size comparison, here is the Bugs. here is the Mini. So that's yeah, quite a lot smaller. Enough talking about it. Let's get to flying this thing, and I'm interested mostly in what the footage looks like, because that's what I'm going to be using this thing for. The gimbal, the high quality footage, 2.7K, and we're going to see what this bad boy does. Let's take it outside. Alright, so here we are. Maiden voyage of the DJI Mavic Mini. Just kind of get it up in the air, let it hover for a second, and then start playing around with the controls. Right off the bat, this was a lot different than any of the other drones I've flown. It was just smoother, easier to use right away. It just stays in the spot that you launch and hovers there, and then you can just take it wherever you want it to go, nice and smooth. This was in position mode, and this is 1080p. And in position mode, you can kind of see it'll pivot pretty fast, so you can sort of get it set up to go for a movement, but then actually moving forward or backwards, it slows it down a little bit, as opposed to like sport mode where everything is fast, and then cinematic mode is everything is really slow. Even the pivot is real slow in cinematic mode. But this was, yeah, position mode. There's me and my daughter waving at the camera. She thought it was super cool, and she thought it was cool she could see herself on the screen too. So there you go. I'm just trying some different little positions, moving around the backyard into the front yard, and yeah, clearly I don't have a handle for the smooth flight motions yet, but I was just trying it around, seeing what I could do with position mode. So there we go, flying over our heads. This is 1080p 60 frames per second, by the way. I think when I was flying this, I didn't realize that I could switch it over to 2.7K. I think I just had it on the default setting, which was 1080p at 60. There's her riding her scooter. I started doing a little shot behind her to hopefully turn it into something later. I actually end up using that shot at the end of this video. You'll see the little, I made a little sequence with all the usable shots that I got just from playing around with it. And that scooter shot made it at the end of the video, because I thought it looked cool just coming up behind her as she was scooting. So yeah, not doing a whole lot. I haven't been going high yet. Been a little bit nervous getting way up in the air with this thing. I've heard that some of the wind conditions that it can handle are not very good, so I was just staying to the ground while I play with it, get used to the controls and the feel of it. The feel of it's so easy though, it's so smooth, so it was a pretty quick learning process. There we go, so I think I switched it to sport mode there and just blasted through the driveway there. And you can see like it really moves when you get it going in sport mode. Yeah, pretty crazy. There we go. Now I'm trying out some altitude. First time up in the air. That gimbal is just insane. I mean, it holds it so smooth. It was even a little bit of a windy day when I had this. I think it was like 9-10 mile an hour winds, which is probably even more up in the air. And you can see it just holds its position really well. All the stories about losing these things in the wind because they're so light, yeah, I have a hard time believing that you would actually lose this unless you were just being an idiot and going out on like a 20 mile, 25 mile per hour wind day, which, yeah, if it was super windy, I just wouldn't fly it. I just landed it in the grass. That's what I was talking about. It did not return to the home pad when I hit the land, like the auto land stuff. It just automatically landed where it was at. Then I manually brought it over to the return to home pad there. Alright, so now I've got my son out here with me, showing him the ropes, and I even let him fly it a little bit. But I've really got the hang of it a little better now. So I started doing, some different stuff. Here we are. Oh, here we go. So I'm going to show Isaiah how to grab it out of the air. I've seen some videos on this of people saying it was hard to grab because of the sensors on the bottom wanting to pull up from you, but I found if you just get it real quick and grab it, it'll shut off just like that. Didn't seem to be an issue for me at all. Just commit to grabbing it and reach your hand in and grab it really fast. And this is where I started playing with the camera a little bit. I realized, I didn't realize it before for some reason, but just then I realized, there we go, that shot looked really cool. I think I made that. I think that one made it into the little sequence that I made at the end too. But yeah, this was the point where I realized you could bring the angle of the camera down by using the knob on the back of the controller. And I definitely had to Google that to figure that out. I didn't see that knob. So anyway, there I'm kind of messing with just the angle of the gimbal. I got it pretty high this time. Yeah, I started getting up there to see how high I could get. Now it was definitely windier up there. I think once I got up to this point, I got a little bit of a wind warning. It was like 15, 16 miles an hour. And it started to drift on me a little bit, so I brought it back down. It kind of freaked me out, just because, yeah, I'm new at the flying thing, so I didn't want to lose it. There I go, zooming in sport mode with the gimbal down for some reason. And this is where I hit the tree. So I had the gimbal down, and I shouldn't have done that. I should have had it forward so I could see where I was going. But I was trying to rely on my line of sight, and kind of freaked out when I got close to the tree. So there you are, crash test. So in between that shot and this one, I had to reset the camera, like reconnect it, and reset the gimbal. Because of the crash, it just automatically disconnected. But it handled the crash just fine. I was able to get it started back up, and everything was fine. So I got nervous for a second with that crash, but oh, that's a cool shot. He's kind of running, and I ended up following him for a second at the same speed. I put that in the sequence at the end too. But yeah, it survived its first crash. It was a low to the ground collision with the tree, and none of the propellers bent or anything, so it was fine. And I'm not sure what I'm doing here, but I'm flying with the gimbal pointed down at an angle for some reason again. Oh, I think I'm trying to get a shot of him running or something. Yeah, here we go. So I ended up here getting a cool little follow shot of him running. I think he was gonna go to the bathroom or something. I was like, hey, wait, can you run down the driveway for a second? Yeah, there we go. Cool little shot. Slowed it down and put that in the end reel as well. And then I think I back up and I have him chase it. He loved it. He loved chasing it around the yard. Yeah, there he goes. And there I am. So it's cool. These little shots you can get with it are really, really awesome. And as you can see, like, I'm a beginner flyer. I've never really flown much, but it was really, really easy to just jump in and learn how to fly this thing. So I think for a beginner, it is a great, great drone. It makes it easy to learn how to fly.
go ahead and we'll go ahead and just cut to the sequence that I made. I did a little bit of color grading, a little bit of editing, put it behind some music, and yeah, here's what I came up with. Gives me excitement about the possibilities of using this in the future to get some cool sequences in my vlogs. So here we go. Check out this little sequence that I made.